Yes. Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Dr. Jane Amisi, and this is Reflections That Inspire. It is my pleasure and joy to welcome you to this session that we got this evening. It's not our usual Saturday sessions, but why not? Life is full of changes, and that is what makes us progressing day in, day out. So, what do we have today? This is reflections, and as always, we've got those deep and good discussions that challenge, incite, excite, inspire us, and empower us to be better leaders day in, day out. And we are not slowing down in that. So, we are here once more to learn more about ourselves as leaders. I believe it is that season of the year where you have put on your whole gears, your toolbox. Everything that is in your toolbox has to be utilized. I'm sure that is true. And mine too. And as we talk about tools, I'd like to know the tools that you use to really gear up, right? To gain momentum, right? To increase speed and to sustain you to the end. Because at this juncture, you should be rolling like anything else. Time is rolling, man. We are in May. I can't believe it. And not just in May, we are going towards 10th of May, and it just started the other day. I would say it's only January that takes 30, 40 days, but these other ones go like 20 days. So here we are. What keeps you going? We are going to discuss a very important aspect of leadership today. And that aspect of leadership is character, is our character, the character of a leader. I'm not going to engage so much in it because today we're going to have a speaker. But just to mention that character is a key foundation of leaders, and all the aspects of a leader's character are very important. Leaders are expected to be competent. Leaders are expected to be relational and therefore connect with their people. One key aspect that we always ignore is the personal aspect of a leader. And key to this is the character. It is a foundational character trait of a leader. And so today, we've got one of my good friends, a fellow Toastmaster, who is going to be our guest speaker today. I'm used to reflections, and I'm already talking about guest speaker today. So yes, he is a guest speaker, but in the form, we're going to have it in the form of interviews today. He's not going to take a session. So I'm going to take the time to introduce Steve to all of us. Stephen Maina is a passionate telecommunications expert with more than a decade under his belt. Outside of work, he is a Toastmaster with over 4 years experience in different leadership roles. Wonderful. Within Toastmasters International. He's been a past division director. Wow, congratulations, Steve. An area director, a president, and a secretary. That is a leader. His mantra, look at a leader. He's got something under his belt and within his tool. So his mantra is solution is just a conversation away. Isn't that a wonderful way to start this discussion? Because we are here for conversations, and therefore our solution is here because we're having these conversations. Yes, Steve, welcome. Say hello to us. Say something about yourself more than I've mentioned.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jane, for hosting me tonight. It's a pleasure to be on this platform and to have this conversation today with you. I remember growing up, the first time I saw a mobile phone. It was a big, bulky gadget. And I was trying to understand how is it able to connect one person to somebody who's nowhere near you, and you can see the expressions that the other person, or rather this person who's calling, making when they are laughing. It feels like they're talking to the other person who's just near them. And that gave me the passion to pursue telecommunications as an industry I wanted to join and bring people together. And as we grew up, I do remember one of the brands that said its key role is connecting people. And I loved it because even as I continue journeying in my life, I fell upon another platform called Toastmasters that looks at also helping us connect better, not only with others, but with oneself. As such, I'm happy to be in this session with you as we discuss and explore what you have for me today around character.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, thank you. I love your passion about communications and leadership. And I love that you've demonstrated it. You've grown through it in all your roles that are indicated here. And I'm happy we are here to have you today. So, Steve, I've talked about, or we've been discussing the aspect of character. I think this is either the second sessions where we've been discussing character issues in reflections that inspire. I just want to open with a slight illustration here. An executive or executives have been asked where we normally have these facilitations or trainings. We normally have executives as a group of people undergoing trainings. And whenever they've been asked to list 3 people whom they trusted, just top 3 people that they trust, all right? Family members have always been top in their list. Whenever you are asked, mention 3 top people that you trust, they give family members, maybe the spouse, firstborn or the lastborn, or maybe an aunt or so and so.
Yeah.
And then question number 2, if whenever they are asked to list 3 people whom their well-being depends on, right? It is one thing general to trust, and then one person whom your well-being depends on. And believe what they did. Here, everyone named their boss, everyone named their colleagues. Yeah, and then they were asked again, if this exercise was to be done to your subordinates, right? The people you work with in the office. Do you think they would have created you in their most trusted list? Do you think they would have trusted you in their most trusted list? So you see the irony.
Yes.
When this is just trust, right? But when your well-being, I'm sure, is core to you. Your well-being, your happiness is core to you. And most of us spend most of our times in the office or our workplaces.
Yes,
and when you're asked, indeed, your well-being depends on them, your happiness depends on them, but they are not your trusted one. Isn't something not right there? Isn't something not right there? That is interesting. It is interesting. What difference might it make if everyone you worked with were in your top place? Won't that be a better place? And another aspect of it, most of us, or even research and statistics show that one of the reasons why people are most, or why many people leave organizations is because of disengagement. And what is disengagement? Disengagement results to lack of trust, right? When either your work does not give as meaning to you as you think it should be, or because of dealing with difficult bosses, right? And that could be the reason. And that could be the reason. So, Steve, that comes with our first question that we are going to post to you. We are posting to you today, and that is, do you believe in the statement, people quit people, not companies?
Yes and no. Let me start with why yes. We are social beings. We tend to work in an environment we engage with others. And during these human interactions, a level of trust will be shared. And often, if that trust is broken in whichever way, then it makes those transactions as they proceed to be quite difficult. And you'll find that you struggle even to achieve your goal, to even see the purpose that you wanted to do in that place. I'm looking back towards when we were growing up. Most of the times when I entered, for example, a classroom or an institute where I was going to learn something, I would always have utmost trust already given to the person who will educate me. A reason being, before that, there is this perception that has been created. This is a place you'll go get somebody who's there, ready and willing to impact knowledge or impact something positively to you. And the first time, I do remember when I was disciplined, and we came during the period where discipline was an activity the teacher could freely disburse and make sure that you towed the line.
Mhm.
And not only them, I think, as we used to say, everyone you met as you are going to school or anywhere outside your home will discipline you. And all these were grown-ups who you had a level of trust because you just gave them, because if you somehow in nature felt they are there and they will take care of me, they will guide me in the correct way. But when you receive that form of discipline and where you totally feel it was unjustifiable, trust is lost. And from that point, the interaction is very cautious or extremely different because you are always remembering something that you had given away freely. Now you have to reconsider, do you want to go back into that kind of a relationship? And as such, I want now to bring the same towards our colleagues, our bosses. We don't have the option to select who will be. We are assigned as per the organization. And as you interact with them, there's that level of trust that you've already given them. And as you continue engaging them, you find the more their character mirrors your expectations, the more trust you give them. A bond forms. But at one point, if anything changes, you take a step back and start asking yourself questions. What did I do wrong? Or what happened? And as you analyze, even the other person will notice there's been a change in your communication, your engagement freely. You're more withdrawn. Maybe the free comments, those laughs that you used to have are no longer freely shared. You don't want to check up or share about how the day was with the family. You want to be very formal, talk about only work. This is a period that you start hearing the comments like, we all came by ourselves, we live here by ourselves. Here we are not family, we are colleagues. And when those terms start appearing, it also now creates a different environment for everyone else. I don't want to say that this could also be a precursor to what we call a culture of distrust in an organization, but it tends to happen, especially if the leaders themselves break trust that they have been given by their subordinates. Because the subordinates are looking at delivering their mandate. I do remember in various roles, just being a leader or a manager for my team. There are moments that you will find somebody is struggling, but they don't want to come and share with you that I have this problem. They are trying to resolve it, and you can see they're struggling. I would open up, go and ask them, how can I help? Ask them, what is the issue? That first step would really help them because maybe it was fear. Maybe they were trying to see or have those thoughts of, if I was to ask them or ask my boss or leader, what will they think about me? Will they think that I'm not adequate enough or I'm not an expert in my role? But by just sharing with them, feel free, come to me if you have a problem. Let us go through it together. You create that trust, and eventually they are able to open up, and each of you can help each other. Getting to that level is quite essential so that as a team, you are able to progress further. But when trust is broken, such things will never happen. Somebody can stay with a problem and only at the 11th hour share with you, and you as a boss or a leader will now have the issue of trying to resolve it at the 11th hour, how to manage this entire situation, and asking. This applies pressure also to the person themselves. It becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy that, you see, I shouldn't have shared this with him because now this is what is happening. But then again, it is because of the delay, it's because of the lack of trust that would have helped the person open up much earlier and helped both parties to move forward.
Mhm. 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 Mhm.